Hey y'all, and welcome to the Birmingham Real Estate Investors Roundup. My name is Rob.h.drum. I'm a real estate broker at eXp Realty here in Birmingham, Alabama. And on this show, what we do is look at real case studies from my clients and their transactions. A lot of my clients are real estate investors. So we look at some deals that they've done, and then we look at new opportunities that are available on the market. I've had enough listings so far to do my own listings every week, which is really awesome. We've got a great pipeline now of even more investment properties coming on the market. We've got some really cool ones today. Actually, a couple of flip opportunities, which are very tough to come by in today's market. So you definitely want to stick around and see what we've got available coming on the market today, and see if that may be a good fit for you. On the 28th, I'm doing a webinar on starting a career as a real estate agent. I am a broker at eXp Realty and a mentor in our mentoring program. So I help new agents as they grow in their career. And so I'm going to just discuss some big picture ideas, what I've seen in 4 years in this business, over 200 transactions, and kind of share my thoughts for anyone who's interested in starting a career as a real estate agent or an investor who may be getting licensed and thinking about that. So let's get started. Again, we'll hit a case study of a recent client deal, and then we will look at new inventory. Again, really cool one today that I'm excited about. And it will be, all three of these listings will be live on the market by the time you're watching this. So you can check them all out. I'd love it if you guys would subscribe to this channel. Sometimes I have people asking me, how do I get on your list to be sent deals as they come out? And honestly, we're working right up until I get this video done to have stuff ready to go to market. So this is usually, you're going to see at least a couple hours to maybe even 24 hours before it goes on MLS. You'll see it on one of these videos. And this is kind of the earliest time that as soon as I have something fully ready to market, it's going on a video. So subscribing on YouTube or on, there's a link below to sign up for my mailing list. I send these videos out via email. So if you want to sign up for that, to be sure you get these as soon as they come out. All right, so this is kind of an example deal that one of my clients did. It's a house in Hueytown that was listed on MLS. It was a HUD foreclosure, and I think it was listed at about $50,000. You can see here, very outdated on the bathroom, on the kitchen. The rest of the house, had some issues going on. It had a good roof on it. This is a great lot in a great section of Hueytown, a great one-level house. And their plan when they bought this was to execute what's called the BRRRR strategy, which is buy, renovate, refinance, rent, refinance, and repeat. It's a way that some people use to grow their rental portfolio. So that's what their plan was originally. And you would renovate slightly different depending on, if you're doing the BRRRR strategy versus selling to a retail owner occupant. So they started off with that plan. We purchased for $47,000 in January 2020, right before coronavirus. So kind of a whole different time than we're in right now. And the end result here was that they had a really beautiful home. This kitchen looked awesome. The rest of the house is painted this color, really freshened it up. The bathroom, this was the best picture I could find of how the bathroom ended up looking, but way better than before. We just modernized everything. freshened it up on the outside, and what happened was they sold it in October of last year for 118,000. So good gross profit, the difference between their buy price and sale price. Originally, their budget for a BRRRR strategy was around 30,000, but a couple months into this transaction, they decided that they wanted to change and kind of make this a flip for an owner occupant and kind of change directions. So they ended up spending, I don't know what the final number was, but it was 5 to 10,000 more than that. And but also over that time, COVID hit, the market, and as a surprise to us all, really moved their way, and prices went up above what they thought it was going to be when they purchased it in January. So ended up selling for 118,000, and they had I think a good profit, not exactly what they were hoping for, but I would say in today's environment, a profit on a flip, if you do in the range of 15%, so let's say you buy for 85 and you put 15 into it, just for round numbers, you're into it for 100. And if you make 15,000 net, that's a pretty good return on flips in today's environment with the amount of competition and limited availability of these type of projects. That's about what I'm seeing that you should be happy with, or you should expect on a flip if that's what you're looking to do. And so a couple lessons learned on this project. One, once you plan your construction, it's a good idea to stick to it. Things are going to go better if you have a plan for a BRRRR to kind of renovate a certain way. It's better to stick to it. Your costs are going to go up if you try to change mid-project, which is what happened to them. But if you buy right, and really, especially if the market helps you out, you can still come out okay, even if you change. But planning your construction, sticking to it, is definitely better to do that on the front end and plan for sale to an owner occupant, and that way you can tweak the way that you renovate. For example, you may do a different countertop. You may spend money to do a new HVAC system or a new roof for an owner occupant, where you might not do that before. And the idea is you'll see that back on your sale price, but you do target it towards owner occupants if you're going to renovate that way. And the other lesson is that there are good flip opportunities available on the MLS. As I'm going to show you in just a second, there's a couple that are available right now on the MLS. They are really hard to come by. Again, this one was a foreclosure. That used to be kind of the bread and butter that a lot of my clients would buy, HUD foreclosures or other foreclosures. And those have kind of dried up in the last year. They may be coming back. Who knows? Only time will tell when that's going to happen. But I would say a lot of my clients, and we have a couple in the pipeline right now, where people have bought properties off market through wholesalers or direct from seller, and we'll help them advise on the best way to renovate for an owner occupant, provide contacts for contractors, and how to get these properties where they need to be as far as after repair values and staging, all the kind of elements of a good flip. We can kind of advise on all that through the process of buying. Even if you bought it off market, we can advise through getting it renovated, getting it staged, pricing, and then listing it and getting it sold the most efficient way possible. So let's get to the new inventory available on the market. We've got 3 different properties, and these are all significant renovation projects. I'll tell you that up front, but they're priced to reflect that. I think each one of them is priced at least half of what it will sell for after it's properly renovated and marketed to an owner occupant. So they're definitely priced well. I think we'll get probably get a lot of action on these. We'll be happy to advise. I mean, we're looking at all offers until 5/16, so we're going to kind of give people time to get into them, take a look at the condition, and make their strongest offer that they have available that they can make. This one in Forestdale, I think that's a really great house on a corner lot. There's pictures of these that'll be available on MLS. I couldn't include all the pictures today, but I've been inside all 3 of these. This one on Pin Oak, again, great flat lot. It's a good size house. It does have some smoke damage in the garage. I think there was an electrical fire, so you will need to budget for new electrical in this property. The Center Point property here, this one is probably the biggest project of the 3. It'll definitely, you want to understand your construction costs on this one, but as you can see, it's a really cool house. I think you can bring it back to life and really make it into a great project and a great home for somebody going forward. So that's an interesting one as well. And then this one on Belcher Hill Road in Gardendale. This is a really cool house. Just driving up, you can see it's got this huge brick staircase that's really unique. This driveway kind of wraps around here, wraps around the home in a big backyard. This is a huge lot. And you'll see on the inside, something needs to be done with the floor plan. It's a little choppy, but if you fix that, it's really, in my opinion, it's not in bad shape. Can definitely be fixed and be made into a great home for somebody. And I think, again, priced really well. All 3 of these, I think, are. So if you're interested in a flip or renovation project, these will all be great options. And I want to just give you some tips as the listing agent on these properties, and having done a lot of transactions that are either distressed properties like this on the buy side and the listing side, kind of give you my best tips on getting offers accepted for these. So number 1, knowing your values, having a realistic and professional opinion of what this property will be worth when it's done. And a realistic idea of what you can sell for is the starting point of evaluating this project. And that's what you want to do, is evaluate and understand what your numbers are going to be on the front end. That's the key. Kind of start there and work backwards. So knowing your value. Second thing that I see with clients sometimes, and I get this from my own deals that I've done, that you want to know as much as you can, but also you have to understand that you can't know everything going into it. You have to realize that things are going to pop up on these renovation projects that you could not have foreseen, and they usually cost money. And so you have to be comfortable with the fact that you can't know everything on the front end. And that'll help you to take the next step and move forward, make a strong offer. Knowing your time frame. So this is something that's really any transaction in this hot market. You want to know what the listing agent's time frame is as far as how they're going to receive offers, evaluate offers. Is closing date important? Is what's important to the seller? In this case, we're going to look at offers until 5/16 and then review. I do think that a faster closing is advantageous in these type of distressed property situations. So faster closing as well as cash is king. So these are probably going to be cash only situations. With how the market is, it's likely that the seller will really only want to look at cash offers. So submitting a cash offer and a proof of funds showing, where that the cash is there, where it's going to come from, making the listing agent feel comfortable that the money is there and that, the buyer knows what they're getting into and doing. And then less contingencies is better. So if you're marking cash on our contract, you're waiving the appraisal contingency. If in this case, I would say what we're hoping for is that by giving potential buyers a week to see these properties, we're hoping to get an offer that does not include an inspection contingency, which in making offers on these properties and getting beat out on some similar properties, I know people are out there making that type of offer right now. People that really know their values and their construction costs and are comfortable not knowing everything, making offers that don't have an inspection contingency because they know you're going to get in there, stuff's going to go wrong. You roughly know what it's going to cost to fix it and get it into sellable shape for an owner occupant. So that's my 5 tips to get your offer accepted on a rehab property in this market. Thank you all for watching today. I'd love it if you would like this video and subscribe to this channel. And you can, if you're interested in becoming a real estate agent and hearing, what I've got to say on this business, you can sign up for a webinar at robert.h.drum.us/webinar. And I will see y'all tomorrow for the Birmingham market update and update y'all on what's going on in the last week in the Birmingham real estate market. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow.